Hello everyone. So in this video today, I've actually put in a pile of books that my partner has chosen, and I've added to myself into the number wheel generator, and I'm basically going to choose the order of the books that I'm going to be reading. It'll probably be over the span of 2 months or so, but basically this is just my next pile of books, and I wanted to just make a video doing the wheel generator and just picking the order I had to read them because I love forcing myself to do stuff. But as you can see behind me, nothing's here. I am in the middle of moving, so I wanted to make this as easy as possible for myself and as simple as possible for myself because I just don't have time to really do anything, film videos, anything like that. It's also like 6:30 in the morning, so we're trying to just get this done as well. But I'm basically just going to go through the pile. I actually already did the generator, so I'll put a video recording here of it and I'll go through it while I show you the order that it chose for me. So to start off with, it chose The Path of Daggers, which is the 8th book in the Wheel of Time series. I can't really say much about this because it's 8 books out of 14, so we are just jumping into the next one. I am trying to read roughly one of those books a month, so I don't have book 9 in the pile, but I will probably end up reading book 9 at some point, probably after the last book in this pile, just to keep um with the theme of following the order that the wheel generator chose for me. So yes, book 8. Right, so sorry to jump in here, but what I did not tell you, because as you can tell in this video, I was in a little bit of a rush and kind of had other things on my mind, especially with the moving, but when this wheel landed on Path of Daggers, the 8th book in the Wheel of Time series, what I didn't mention is that I'm about to start book 7, which is well over 750 pages, I think. And when it comes to these books, I need a break in between them because they take me a long time to get through. They take a lot of brain power, a lot of concentrating, and it just takes a lot for me to be immersed in this world. So I was a little bit sad, a little bit shocked that I got this one first up. But in saying that, book 8 is a bit over 500 pages and it's not as bad as the rest of them. So I really hope that it will still be just as immersive and I won't be kind of craving a break after I finish book 7, but we'll see. It got me a little bit and I didn't really show my reaction at all, but on the inside I was screaming and it sucked slightly. Then it chose The Vanishing by Jane Ann Krentz, I think is how you say her last name. I think this is a part of a series and I just found it at a secondhand bookshop, but I think it is a murder mystery. And yeah, I really don't know much about this. I'm kind of going in blind with this one. I was a bit curious about the cover, so I picked it up. I'm sorry, this is the last time I'm going to jump in, I swear, but when I was mentioning the fact that I'm going in blind to The Vanishing, I am actually going in blind to a lot of these books, except for the 8th book in the Wheel of Time series and Dark Age as well. So there is quite a few that I really just don't know anything about, or I've only briefly heard some things mentioned online, so I couldn't really comment on them. But yes, it wasn't me just trying to rush, even though that's what's kind of happening. I really just genuinely didn't know what was going on in these books, so that's all I could really comment on. And then we have Crossbones by Kathy Reach. So another book following Dr. Temperance Brennan as she solves another mystery. I haven't read her books for a while, so I'm keen to actually jump back in and read another book by her. And then we have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. This is so popular online. I also don't know what it's about. I'm kind of going in blind with this one as well. And I've seen it everywhere, and I actually picked it up at a a market. A girl was selling like a bunch of books, and I was very curious, so I picked it up. Then the next book it chose for me was The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I also don't know what this is about. I think it's dark academia, so I would be interested to kind of jump back into dark academia, considering I haven't really read that much at all. I think I read the Atlas Six, and there might be some sprinkled in there throughout the years, but I'm actually really keen. Like, this has been on my TBR for a long time, so I'm glad that it's been chosen. Then the next one it chose for me was Emma by Jane Austen. I did try to read this a year ago, but at this point I was overseas. I was very sick, and I just wanted to come home. So I did not pick up any more books after I finished my pile of 4 that I took with me. It was too much to handle. And then lastly, Dark Age by Pierce Brown. I was really hoping that this would get picked close to the top of the pile because I've only just finished Iron Gold and I don't want to forget anything, but it's the last book in the pile, so it's fine. At least it's here. Because technically, out of all of these books, I actually personally put in the Path of Daggers and Dark Age because these 2 books are the ones that I am like the series I'm in the middle of, and I wanted to add these. And then all of these books that so these 4 books, nope, sorry, 5 books here are the ones that a partner chose for me. So he's picked an interesting selection, but yeah, I just had to add my other 2 books because I want to continue those series and not forget what I'm doing. So yes, that is the whole video. That's it. I just wanted to go through it. I might even make a reading vlog reading them at some point if I have time. But yes, sorry for the short video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.